Hello guys, I welcome you back to my channel. This is Eke Nyami and this is my YouTube channel. Today we want to be talking about major signs that shows that you are ready for marriage. And this video is motivated by a comment that one of my amazing followers put under one of my videos. The comment goes like this. She says, please, can you do a video about when to know you are ready for marriage? I seriously want to continue my education to the degree level, but someone wants me to reconsider my decision to rather get married before going further to get a degree. However, I feel I'm not psychologically, physically, and spiritually prepared to get married soon. So you'll be talking about signs that shows that you are ready to get married. I'm going to talk about signs relating to you as an individual and signs relating to you and your partner to know whether your relationship and both of you are ready for marriage. So if you're interested, kindly stick with me. Let's do this. So whether you've gone out with your partner for a couple of months, 6 months, years, before you decide to go into marriage, one thing you have to know is that marriage is a serious business. And it is something that before you go in, you really need to sit down to consider a lot of things. Be prepared. Know that you are ready before you go in. You can't go and stand at the altar and then make a vow that I do. Then you go in 6 months later, you said, no, I don't do again. No, you can't do that. So I always say that it starts with a choice. If you are not married, you are very lucky because you have the chance to make the best decision for yourself. So be prepared, know that you are ready. So how do you know you are ready as an individual? The first thing is that you have to be ready to commit. My dear, commitment is a skill. And it is something that you should know and be 100% sure that I am going to commit to this person. There may be high times in life. There might be times that you've had hard times before you. But believe you me, there are also going to be hard times in front of you. There are going to be hard times in marriage. There are going to be times that you feel like giving up. So you have to know that I am seriously and ready to commit to this person for the rest of my life. Normally, when people come to premarital counseling, I ask them that, do you love this person enough to spend the rest of your life with this person? So sit down and ask yourself, this is something that I am going in. If I'm 30 years now, God gave me 70 years. Now I'm going to spend the rest of my 40 years with this person. Am I ready to commit to the person? Know that you are ready to commit before you make a decision. And then the second thing is that you have to know that you like yourself enough. What happens is that when we go into marriage, we want to like our partner, and there is nothing wrong with liking them. There is nothing wrong with loving them, but we end up loving them more than ourselves. But don't forget that the Bible says, love your neighbor as yourself. So before you can love your neighbor, you should love yourself. You should like yourself. So that's the way you are loving and liking yourself. That same way you can love and like your partner the same way. So do you like yourself enough? Most of the times, as when we go into marriage with a very low self-esteem, that is when the marriage is toxic and we are being abused. We feel that when I leave, there is no way I could get another person. We don't feel that we are so valuable enough, and we're going into the marriage, we are going to add up to someone's life. We are going to complement each other. By us being in the person's life, the person is going to be favored. So you have to like yourself enough. The next thing is that you have to be able to take care of yourself. And by taking care of yourself, I mean financially, I mean emotionally, I mean spiritually. Most of the times we go into marriage and then we expect our partners to be there for us 24/7, as I said. But you are marrying a human being. You are not marrying an angel. And so sometimes emotionally you should be able to sit down and say, no, this is what I have to do. This is what I don't have to do. I don't have to be wallowing in sorrow. Yes, the problems have come, but I am spiritually, emotionally strong to stand for the problem, or to stand in the problem and to overcome it. So please be sure that you can take care of yourself. And then you should have realistic expectations. Yes, as a woman, as a man, before you go into marriage, you should have expectations. But that expectation should be realistic. Yes, I want my husband, as I said, to be there for me. He has to, but he's a human being. There is no way your significant other can be there for you like 24/7. He is going to offend you. She is going to offend you. You are going to have problems. So that expectation should be realistic. Please don't go and put pressure on someone's son or someone's daughter. And then you also have to have a clear vision for yourself. Where do you want to be in life? How do you want to achieve it? Your vision should be smart. It should be specific. It should be measurable. It should be achievable. It should be realistic. It should be time bound. So marriage is not a chase. When I got married, I was doing my master's degree. And I was focused. I had a vision. I said, this is what I want to do. The fact that you are getting married doesn't mean you should put your vision on hold. Even though you want to get married, you should know that this is where I want to go in life. And after marriage or during marriage, would I still be able to fulfill every vision, to be able to achieve every vision, every goal that I have for myself? You can't go into marriage without having a vision for yourself. So you should have a clear vision. And then you should know your essentials and your deal breakers. Now, know the things that you will accept. Know the things that you will not accept. A friend of mine told me that, Auntie and me, as I'm in this marriage, the day my husband cheats, I'm out. The day my husband lifts his hand to hit me, I am out. Know what you expect. Know what the things that you can tolerate and the things that you cannot tolerate. Let your partner be aware that, my dear, I love you, I know you love me, we want to go into this marriage, but this is my deal breaker. Make it as clear as possible so that you know that even as I am going in, I have made my expectations clear. And as I said, those expectations should be realistic. And then, as far as you are concerned, you would know when you are ready for marriage, when you are not hoping to change your partner, when you are not hoping for your partner to change. Human beings don't change like that. So if there is anything in the relationship now, the man that you are dating, the woman that you are dating, that you wish he would change, you ask yourself, what if he doesn't change? If you really, really wish the person changes, then, my dear, you are not ready for the marriage, because the probability that he or she will not change is very high. So don't go into marriage and expecting and hoping that your partner will change. I've said this thing, that most men go into marriage hoping that their women will not change, and most women go into marriage hoping that their men will change. My dear, whatever it is, if you can deal with it for the rest of your life, then you are ready. If you cannot, then I'm not sure you are ready. Let's go to you as a couple. The first question you need to ask yourself is that, do you trust your partner? This is someone that you are going to stay with for the rest of your life. Do you trust him or her enough that when he tells you that I'm going for a party with my friends, you can sleep and sleep well? And when she tells you that I'm going to a funeral in my hometown, you are sure that your wife will go back and come to you in full, in peace, in one piece and not in pieces. The second thing is that, do your goals align? You cannot decide to marry someone that you don't have the same goals with the person. You want to go to this side, the person wants to go to this side, the person wants you to go with him. You want to do a master's degree, the person says, no, don't do a master's degree. I want to open a shop for you to manage. And you see yourself that you are not the type who wants to manage a shop, or you are not the type who can manage a shop. Do your goals align? The next thing that shows that you are ready is that, do you feel safe with your partner? Feeling safe and secured in a relationship will save you a lot of heartache when you are married. The foundation of this starts with lack of judgment. Can you believe yourself around him? Can you believe that your partner will take decisions that will benefit both of you? Can you trust that man enough to be the leader that he's supposed to be? Can you trust the driver to take you to your destination? Do you feel safe with him? The next thing is that, have you seen hard times with your partner? I always say that the essence of dating and being in a relationship is to study each other. Has there been times that you went through hard times? When you were in that hard times, how did the person behave? How was the person's reaction? How were both of you able to overcome that hard times? My dear, believe you me, there are moments that you are going to have hard times. Some of them are going to be natural, that you don't have control over. For instance, you go into marriage and you decide to have babies. The pregnancy comes, you have miscarriage. You have about 3-4 miscarriages. This is not something that anybody hopes and prays for, but sometimes it happens and you don't have control over. When something like that happened, how do you think your partner is going to stand by you? How do you think both of you are going to be together to solve it? Have you seen hard times together? And how were both of you able to handle it? Now, do you want a wedding or you want a marriage? Most of the times we concentrate on getting the wedding. We prepare for the wedding and we don't prepare for the marriage. So you ask yourself, both of you, is it the wedding you want or the marriage you want? Because after the wedding, when everyone has gone, when both of you enter the house, that is when the marriage begins. It shouldn't be the 50 seconds video you put on IG or the 30 seconds video you put on your WhatsApp status. Marriage is real work. Are you ready to be married, or you just want to wear the white gown and the suit and have the wedding? Consider that. Do you imagine yourself growing old together? You have to be really completely honest with yourself. Another thing that I think that will help you to know if you are ready for marriage is if your family likes your partner. The last thing you want to do is to go into a marriage that your family do not like your partner, especially in a part of the world where we marry into a family but we don't marry individuals. Does your family like your partner? If not, I would think that you hold on for now. Try as much as possible if you can convince them and pray them into accepting your partner. If not, my dear, please, no, don't go into marriage. I'm not sure that both of you are ready for that marriage. You don't want to do that. And the next thing is that, do you like your partner? This might seem obvious, but I'm not talking about the fact that if you love him, do you like him? Open accept. Because there are moments that you will not feel the love. You will not feel that, you not have that euphoric feeling, that you feel that you don't love your partner, but the likeness that you have for him will help you. The likeness that you have for him or her will help you sustain the marriage, will help you be in the marriage. Do you like him enough? It's not about the infatuation. Do you admire him? Do you enjoy his company? Take steps back. Have a meeting with yourself. Think again. Do you really like this man or this woman that you want to go into marriage with? And then, can you afford to get married? You will now want to get a degree. Can you afford? Can the man afford? But whatever it is, I also advise that you marry, you do your wedding, your wedding and other things according to your budget. But don't forget that after the marriage, you are going to live together as couple. You are going to feed. When children come, you would have to feed them. You have to do a little changes to your home. You would have to host visitors. Can you afford to get married? Can you afford your dream wedding? Please don't go for a loan to have a wedding. If you cannot afford, wait. The kind of wedding you want to do, if you cannot afford, wait. If you want to have a small wedding, you can also do that. But whatever it is, do it according to your budget. And don't go into marriage and then don't plan marriage hoping that I will invite people, they'll come and give me envelopes. Someone will give me 500. So if I invite a Kenyan, about 1,000 cities, okay. If I invite this person, the person will give. No, don't plan your budget based on people's pockets. Please. The next thing is that you ask yourself, can you talk openly about your future with your partner? Where do you see both of you heading to? Are you able to have open and honest conversation with your partner about your future? Where are we going to? Where do we want to go? How do you want to achieve it? If you are able to do that, by the way, you are ready for marriage. If not, the next thing is that, do you like it when you are around them? This is someone that you are going to spend the rest of your life with. This is someone that when you wake up in the morning, the first person you see is him or her. With the, you see, when you wake up, you are not so much beautiful like that. With all everything, like it, you are the whole package. It's like it comes with everything. It's like everything. I don't want to go into details, but everything. Are you so much comfortable being around that person? And then, are you both putting in effort in the relationship? Is it one-sided? Is it only one who is making initiative? Is it the one person who wants to get married by hook or crook? Are you both putting in the effort? Because marriage and relationship is mutual. The next thing is that you have your own lives, my dear. The best relationships are the ones which partners can move apart and come back together again. Marriage is not about losing yourself, your individuality. You can pursue your own interests, have your own hobbies, have your own friends, and still have healthy marriages. People will say, my husband is my best friend, my wife is my best friend. There is nothing wrong with that. But there are times that your husband is going to offend you. There are times that your wife is going to offend you, that you need a best friend to talk to. You need someone to ask, this is what my partner is doing. What do you think I should do? So you need to have your individual life. You shouldn't lose yourself, or your life should not only be about the marriage. If it happens like that, worst case scenario, if something is to happen, my dear, your world is going to crash. Bible cracker say if I any into the person. And then can you also talk about finances? Most of the times we go into marriage without talking about finances. I am working, you are working. How is it going to be? Is it going to be 50-50? Is it going to be 60-40? Is it going to be, I'm the man, I'm going to take care of you. I will give you at the end of the month. If it's not sufficient, then maybe you can add up. How is it going to be? Talk about finances. And then the last thing that you have to consider is that you are in for a long haul. It is not something that you are going and then tomorrow you come back and say, I can't do again. So are you ready? Are you psychologically ready? Are you emotionally ready that this day that I'm going, this flight that I'm going to board, I'm buying only one ticket. And if whatever it is, if it is not a threat to my life, I am not coming back. Are you ready for that? If you are able to answer all these questions, then my dear, I think that you are ready to get married. But whatever it is, you have to know that as a person, ask yourself these questions, get answers to them don't let anybody force you into doing something that you don't want to do. Thank you so much for watching this video today, and I really hope that I've answered your question, my dear. And I really hope that you also got something from this video. Please don't forget to give me your questions in the comment section, and I'll try as much as possible. And then you can also tell me what you want me to talk about in the comment section, and I'll do a video about it. Thank you once again. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that, and I'll see you in the next video. Nyaminka.